Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to the bonus video of Plants vs. Zombies. This is essentially going to be the last video that we do for this project because the only thing I really have to show you guys are the bonus plants that you can purchase. In Crazy Days shop there are, I believe, 8 upgraded plants you can buy. Technically 9, I guess, if you want to count the imitator walnut. But, yeah, these are plants you can buy. I didn't have a lot of money on my Grim Kirby file, so I went to my main SlimKirby file, which I have pretty much 100% completed, aside from this one random stupid vase breaker achievement. And I'm just going to go to minigames, last stand. I might also have to hop on to survival mode to show off a few others. But basically, yeah, I'm going to just very quickly show these last few plants off and what they can do and what they're capable of. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the first setup that I have. This is the last stand minigame, and this is actually a setup that's very similar to what I used to beat the last stand minigame, but I kind of made some slight changes and used some upgraded plants in the process. If you remember correctly, I had 2 repeaters, and then I had a torchwood in the 3rd row in my initial attempt. In this attempt, I actually have the Gatling peas, which the Gatling peas pretty much act like 2 repeaters. So essentially, that's going to take what we used to have and simple it down to just 2 columns. It's probably more expensive in the long run, but still, I think this will actually be a pretty good setup. And instead of having the Gatling peas in these 2 columns, I decided to replace them with the cattails, which are the lily pad upgrades. So this basically allows these guys to attack, the lily pads to actually attack. And unlike just normal plants, they don't just attack in their row. They'll actually attack in any row. Basically whatever the closest zombie is. So that's essentially what they're going to be used for. And last but not least, I have the upgraded spike weeds, which are the spike rocks. I didn't have enough to get the spike rocks on these 2 rows, but regardless, I think you get the point. And I also brought the imitator walnut as well, and I copied the cherry bomb, just in case I'm in a tricky spot where if like I need to use a second cherry bomb, and I've already used one of these. So that's essentially what the imitator will be used for. But let's go ahead and see this in action, because we've talked about this enough. Let's actually see how this is going to work out. And oh, right off the bat, oh yeah, we are killing these zombies. Now I know we haven't had like the biggest waves yet or anything, but still, like, this is a really, really solid setup, I have to say. So this is going to be very, very effective and basically getting the job done. The spike rocks are going to really prevent them from doing anything. Hell, these guys aren't even making it to the spike rocks. So yeah, this is the power of these plants. Given you probably won't have very many plants in your rows, but they can essentially take care of everything, so you really don't need to have your entire lawn filled up. These are some very solid setups as it is, and as you can see, it's doing some really, really good work. And yeah, we don't have any zombies in the pool yet, but we don't even need them, because these guys are just completely taking them to town. And even if they do appear, I mean, they're going to go very easily. But yeah, the cattails don't do a lot of damage, but the fact that they do fire very quickly is honestly what makes them so good, at least in my opinion. So now we're going to see them actually appear in the pool. Yeah, they take a few hits. Probably about the number of hits that a pea shooter will take. Actually, these might be the cactus bullets, now that I think about it. I don't know for sure, though. But yeah, essentially that's pretty much the setup here. Okay, so we have another setup here. This setup is going to actually be very, very similar to what I've been kind of talking about. Kind of the gold farming setup you can get in this game. Because notice all of the marigolds I have. Well, first of all, yeah, I have the marigolds, but I also have these gold magnets, which are the upgrades of the normal magnet. The cool thing about these guys is, although I don't think they attract buckets or metal objects of any kind, they do attract gold, and they also don't need a coffee bean. So you can just plant one of these things, upgrade it to this, and then you don't have to worry about putting the coffee bean on top of it. So they're really only going to be used for the marigolds and letting us get gold very, very quickly. Next we have the gloom shrooms, which are the, the gloom shrooms, which are the upgraded versions of the fume shrooms. They're going to essentially shoot poison mushroom gas out of all these holes. So they can attack zombies from pretty much any square that's adjacent to them. I'm not sure their range exactly. I guess we'll find that out when we actually get started with this. But they can actually be very helpful, especially for a setup like this. And then, of course, I have garlic to kind of not just move zombies to different lanes, but also kind of just screw the zombies up a little bit, too. Kind of get them stuck in certain places as they get, you know, murdered by these guys. And I also have the upgraded versions of the Kernel Pults, the Cob Cannons. Now, they are a whopping 500 sun, so I'm not going to be able to use them right away. I'm going to have to actually farm some sun from these next few levels. But don't worry, they will be shown off in time. But for now, they're just here to kind of give this row an extra buffer to attack, and that's really all they're there for right now. So let's go ahead and start and see how this goes. Now, the cool thing about this is because the marigolds will be doing their work, I don't actually have to touch the mouse at all. I can just let the game play, and the game's going to do all the work for me. And yeah, that's this is pretty much how the gold farming setup works. You can probably get a little more out of it if you potentially put down more of the gold magnet, or not gold magnets, but more of the marigolds. But regardless, I'm going to be getting a lot just from what I have right now. And notice how even with all of these things and not really a whole lot of defenses, the zombies are not really getting through. They're kind of getting stuck. And before they can make it to any of the gloom shrooms, they're getting destroyed. So this setup is honestly working. It's really doing its job. So like whenever the zombies get to this little point right here, they're being attacked by pretty much 5 different gloom shrooms. And that's what really makes this setup very, very dangerous and very, very good. Now obviously there's going to be some issues when pool zombies are involved. They're kind of just going to go back and forth against these two. But I didn't have enough room to bring a walnut, so if I could, I would have changed this to potentially a walnut or tall nut. But as it stands right now, this should be fine. So I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Notice how the zombie is just kind of getting stuck between the two and is being stuck in zombie limbo, I guess you could say. Although I did lose a gloom shroom right there. But that's fine. Even if there isn't one right here, it should still go very, very quickly. So I don't really need to worry about it too much. Let's go ahead and continue. Still don't have enough for the cob cannons, but that's fine. We should have enough after this round, because I really, really want to showcase those. Okay, yeah, this setup is actually falling apart. I probably didn't, like, do the best job of creating this setup. This setup was probably not the best. You could probably potentially move over a few things, get some zombies in some other places, and probably have a much better thing going on. But, you know, you're seeing the potential of these zombies, or these plants, and that's what I was more interested in kind of delivering to you guys. But now, with enough sun, we can actually start working on building the cob cannons. Now, the cob cannons are fun. I have to admit, the cob cannons, I always enjoy using the cob cannons just because they're awesome. It's awesome how they're used. It really, really is. Unfortunately, though, you don't have the just normal kernel pults anymore, so you're not going to have those 2 plants that you once had. And yes, you need to have 2 kernel pults adjacent to each other, so keep that in mind. So, whenever you have a flashing ear of corn in your cob cannon, that's essentially when you can use it. And pretty much what this bad boy can do is wait for an opening, wait for there's a lot of zombies around that you will not be able to destroy very easily. And let's do it. Boom! Destroys all those zombies in a pretty generous radius. It's maybe doesn't have the same area as the Doom Shroom, but it's still pretty good. It can still get the job done, and that's kind of what's important. And yeah, we don't have a corn cob, and we won't have one until it respawns. So yeah, we're probably going to end up losing here, unfortunately. But you guys pretty much saw what these plants are capable of. They're capable of some really good things. If this hurries up, I can destroy these football players. Okay, good. Unfortunately, though, yeah, there's just too many zombies on screen, so I'm not going to be able to defeat them. But I did get some money out of it. We got about 1,500. Probably would have been more if this setup was a little better, but it's fine. I think that's pretty much it for all of the main plants, the main upgrades anyway. Let me take a look really quick just to be sure. Oh, I still need to show the winter melons. I haven't shown that yet. Or the double sunflowers, but I can't really show those here. So, okay, let me do this. Let me try another gold setup, and I'll try to use the winter melons, try to incorporate them somehow. You know what? I feel like giving the cattails another chance, so let's do this. Let's see how this setup's gonna work. So yeah, the ice melons are pretty much just like the normal melon pulse, with the added bonus of being able to add a frozen effect to its damage. So it's pretty much like the snow pea shooter. However, I feel like the winter melon is probably better than the snow pea shooter, just for the fact that it actually does damage to adjacent zombies. So it's not just attacking the zombie that it hits, it's also going to attack a zombie close to it as well. So, in addition to doing heavy damage and slowing it, they're just really, really good plants to have, I feel like. So, as you can see, this is working very, very well for me. And as you can see, I brought the magnets, and I also brought the marigolds. So, in between turns, if I wanted to, I could create a bit of a farming section if I wanted to. I suppose I could give that a shot, maybe. But for now, we're just going to let the normal plants do their little workout here. I, of course, also brought these plants in case we had a zombie we were going to have some issues dealing with. Of course, like I said before with the cattails, as cool as they are, and as cute as they are, they just, they're not really plants to depend on in terms of saving your own lane. They're better utilized in trying to support other lanes, I feel like. And yeah, because we were able to slow these guys down a bit. We can get rid of them pretty easily. But yeah, just think of all the different ways you can combine like all of the upgraded plants, in addition to not only other upgraded plants, but also just the plants in the actual vanilla game. You can come up with some really, really dangerous combinations, and that can honestly do a lot of big damage in some of these levels. So it's really, you know, up to your own discretion about what you want to use. And you can just really, quite literally, just destroy the competition that exists between the true rivalry of plants versus zombies. But while I'm in the process of this, I do want to actually discuss something with you guys, so definitely let me know what you think in the comments section. I know that I haven't really delved into the survival mode of this game, and I still don't really have any intention to. But as kind of a bonus video, I was wondering what you guys would think if maybe, like, if I recorded an attempt of me doing Survival Endless, and then not like anytime soon, but you know, sometime before the end of the year, I could just, you know, post that or something, and you know, have that as another kind of extra video, I guess you could say. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that plan. I could definitely do it. I don't have any qualms with doing it, really. And I'll try to get that video out sometime in the next month or so. And yeah, that'll be just like a nice little bonus video I can cover, because survival mode, while, you know, it's pretty much the same basic vanilla gameplay we've seen throughout this entire project so far, it's also still, I feel like, kind of one of the core game modes of Plants vs. Zombies, because, you know, it's not the adventure mode, it's not some kind of gimmicky minigame or anything like that. It's just a true testament of, can you survive all of the things that are coming at you? And that's kind of what makes survival mode such an important aspect, I feel like, of the main part of the game. But yeah, as you can see, the cattails did kind of falter a bit. I wonder if maybe, like, for some of these strategies, you should maybe have plants like these also in the lane too, just in case. Like, just in case you come into a situation where, oh, well, okay, these guys aren't necessarily going to be able to defend the entire lane by themselves. That's probably what they're intended to be used for anyway. Okay, you want gold farming? You got gold farming. Let's go ahead and check this setup out. So yeah, as you can see, this setup is basically, well, let's just try to get as much gold as we frickin' can. And, you know, you have these spike traps to kind of do some early damage. You have the snow peas to slow them down. You have these guys to really pile on the damage. And then the garlic to kind of push them in to these lanes over here. The snow peas to kind of slow them down again. And even if the dolphin riders come into play, they'll get stuck like around here, and then they'll be slowed. They'll also have these guys to deal with. So yeah, it's really trying to take all of the different things into consideration and just pummeling them while you collect all of this gold. Because right now we have, let's see, 5, 4... that's 9, 18, and then 18. We have 30 marigolds on the screen right now. So yeah, that's pretty much the strategy you have here. That's really all I have to say. It's just a matter of muscling through all of these, trying to get as much gold as possible. And even if you fail, the main goal is probably getting gold, not really defeating the zombies, so you really don't have much to worry about, I feel like. And yeah, I mean, there are a few zombies that got through. Like right there, we did lose a marigold, unfortunately. But, I mean, marigolds and lily pads, they're very, very cheap, so worst case scenario, just rebuild them when you get more sun the next turn, and that's really all you have to do. It's really not that bad. And of course, as usual, you'll be getting as much sun as possible through the rest of your map, and that's pretty much it. So let's just very quickly rebuild here. Get our marigolds back. I'm not going to build any more, though. I'm not going to expand beyond the original setup, because that doesn't really seem like it's worth doing that. Just, you know, replace any marigolds you lose. If there's another plant you lose, you could probably spend your money to replace that. And yeah, that's pretty much what you got here. Just a very standard gold farming setup. And you know, it really works, because I'm up to like about 6,000 right now. So you can really get a lot. You can really kind of clean house with this. And with all this money, you should be able to afford all of the things you haven't purchased yet in the shop. It may take a few rounds, so don't like assume you'll get it like immediately by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, in time, you'll get there in time. Okay, we are back at Bobsled Bonanza. That's right, Bobsled Bonanza. The game that me and Snack Attack 8 both really hated and expressed our disgust at during the playthrough. I'm actually here to show you a very unconventional strategy for this map that will actually use the twin sunflowers to an extent. So I think this will actually be a honestly a fair attempt. So let's see how this goes. The first strategy is we're going to build our sunflowers up. This is all we're going to do as far as the sunflowers are concerned, but we do need a little extra sun just to get ready for the first part of this plan. Okay, we have a Zomboni, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put a spike weed right there. So we can take care of that, no problem. We're going to continue to collect sun. And we're going to see what's going to happen next after this. I'm going to see what's going to appear. Oh, we have another Zamboni. I was actually not expecting that, to be fair. I was expecting something else, so let's just do that again. Not going to change the rules because we don't really need to at the moment. So just keep moving, keep doing what you can. Die, obviously. Dying is most definitely recommended because you're a freaking Zamboni. Okay, now we're going to get into this next part where we actually need fume shrooms. Now, the cool thing about fume shrooms is that because of their nature, they'll be able to attack all of these guys very quickly, and as a result, if we're lucky enough, there we go, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. That is perfect. We still might have some issues, but that's fine. As you can see, they're basically dying out before they can get to us, so that's exactly what we wanted. Oh, shoot. Okay, I planted that one a little bit late, so that's kind of my fault. So this strategy is going to be beginning a bit late, but that's fine. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and start the other rows, get them set up. Okay, so we have a Zamboni next. Which means I'm going to need a spike weed for that. Put it at the very end. Perfect. Okay, now I need a coffee bean, and I need a coffee bean quick. Okay, so we're pretty much covered for any of the Zambonis, which is nice. So now we can kind of focus on getting some other plants ready. First off, let's just get rid of you guys. Okay, huge wave of zombies is approaching. First thing we're probably going to need is we're probably going to need to get a cattail. Because of the pool zombies. So let's get ready for that. This is going to be problematic, though. I didn't really get the best setup, and losing that one bloom shroom probably wasn't the best. Okay, unfortunately, we got some issues. Cattails should be fine. I better do this just in case. Okay, so now I need to start working on getting double sunflowers. That's probably the next move. You know, because we still need to see those guys. We haven't seen them yet in this playthrough. So that's logically going to be the next step. Okay. Now we're probably going to need to save up for a spike weed here. Oh, you love to see double sun like that. I could have used a jalapeno right there. But I'm kind of keeping it like this because we can handle bobsledders. We can handle bobsledders no problem. It's the Zambonis we kind of need to worry about. So yeah, these guys. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get another... Oh, I can't get double sunflower right now. I could get another one of these guys, though. That might actually be nice. Okay, perfect. And because we have 2 cattails, we might be able to actually finish these guys before they reach the end. And if that's the case... Oh yeah, we'll definitely be able to finish them. So now we can kind of focus on other things. We can focus on getting more sunflowers. Of course, this guy might make it a bit farther, but that's fine. In that case, we can build another cattail. Oh man, yeah, this strategy is even better than what I was doing before. This has actually been really, really solid. See, I knew you could get some good use out of the cattails. I'm glad we have been able to get good use out of them. Because they really are good plans, it's just... you gotta get them to that point where they're gonna be really, really effective, and that can take a while. That honestly can take a while. Okay, so now that we have another double sunflower, we can probably go for another cattail. Right here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is perfect. And we have a 4th one. So now we can essentially start working on making these lanes a bit better. Because, I mean, yeah, we can, you know, we're doing alright right now, but we could still essentially do better than this too. So, let me go ahead and get this first. I think we'll be able to kill this guy just in the nick of time. Perfect. Let's actually get some better setups here. One thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a spike weed. Not just a spike weed, but we're going to put a spike rock at the very end of this lane. So now, this lane is pretty much protected from now on, which is nice. And then if I wanted to, I could do another lane of, or another column of these guys, too. Just to pour on the damage even more. So let's go ahead. Yeah, let's do this row, because it's a little further up. Let me wait till I have enough so I can get both of them. There we go. So yeah, all the bobsledders and zombonis are probably going to be coming from here. Or at least the bobsledders anyway. And then you can start doing stuff like, okay, well let's put, for instance, let's put another fume shroom. And yeah, quite literally, they're not even making it past this. But, like I said before, these things do have an HP meter. So after a while, they will go down. So they're not a permanent solution, unfortunately. It would be nice if they were, but they're definitely not. So yeah, we can actually completely keep them here now. Yep. No zombonis can make it through until one of them actually go down, which will probably happen in a small bit, but still. In the meantime, we could build more cattails and just keep the onslaught of needles coming. But this is the last wave, so this is pretty much over now. And yeah, as you can see, this spike rock is already gone. So, let's just build another one. But we don't even need to, because these are all the zombies that we have left. Once the cattails kind of start spreading their needles out, they'll go down very quickly. So yeah, there's another alternate strategy for bobsled bonanza. Although, of course, you'll need a lot of money to actually get that, though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much all the plants. I think that's everything I need to really show off in this game. I think I'm pretty much done. Zen Garden. These are all the different aquariums you can get. This is actually the Tree of Knowledge, which throughout the game you buy this through the shop. You buy it for 10,000, and then you feed it tree food. So I'm gonna buy some tree food just to experiment with this. And you can just make the tree grow taller. Whenever you do, it'll actually, well, it should give you new wisdom for the game. So it'll give you, like, some tips for certain mini games, for certain scenarios, stuff like that. Probably things I've already taught you guys. And there's also an achievement for making this tree grow very tall. I believe it's, yeah, Towering Wisdom. Grow the Tree of Wisdom to 100 feet. That does take a while, but obviously the more you farm gold, the quicker it's going to take. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's the Yeti zombie, since we technically haven't shown it. But yes, you can get that during the blackout stages. And apparently you can show up in some other mini-games, too. Probably after you discover it, though, for the first time. And then, of course, there's the Plant Almanac completed. And I think that's really it. So, I guess I could go over the achievements really quick. So, yeah, you have your achievement for completing Adventure Mode. Get this Golden Sunflower Trophy, which I think you get for beating Adventure Mode a second time, from my recollection. Then you have the Streak to 10 and iZombie, Streak to 15 and Vase Breaker. You have Spadal, blow up a zombie using a potato mine, so just use a potato mine. Take out 10 zombies with 1 cherry bomb. There's collect all 49 plants from Crazy Dave. That's all the plants you get in Adventure Mode, all 8 of the plants you get from the upgrades, and the Imitator nut as well. Complete a daytime pool level without using pea shooters. So, I think you can just use catapults, so that's not really too hard. Bowl over 5 zombies with a single walnut and zombie bowling. There's grounded. Defeat a normal roof level without using any catapults. That can be kind of challenging. I think if you just... there's a way to do it. You have to be very clever with all of the one-hit KO plants you bring. There's the Zombie Yeti achievement. Pick up 30 coins in a row on a single level without letting any disappear. You could just do that easily with the gold magnet. Accumulate 8,000 sun during a single level. Just a matter of just holding sun. Find a setup that works for you and just keep collecting. Popcorn Party. Defeat 2 gargantuans with the corn cob missiles in a single level. So, yeah, I think that you just go to like a survival mode level, wait for 2 gargantuars to appear on screen, and then just get both of them. Good morning. Complete a daytime level by planting only mushrooms and coffee beans, so no pea shooters. For fungus, no fungus among us. Complete a nighttime level without planting any mushrooms. Beyond the Grave. Beat all 20 minigames. Immortal. Survive 20 waves of pure zombie ferocity and Survival Endless. There's planting the Tree of Wisdom to 100 feet. Enable Mustache Mode, which is actually a cheat that you can activate in this game. I don't remember how to exactly do it. I'll try to post that in the video description. But yeah, it basically makes it so all the zombies have mustaches. That's really all it is. And then you have Disco is Undead. Hypnotize the lead zombie dancer with a Hypno Shroom. And those are all the achievements. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about the mustache mode. Oh, wow. Thank you, zombies, for that lovely help you gave us. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, this has been SlimKirby. Let me know what you think about the Survival Endless idea I pitched earlier. Basically, again, just me showing off a Survival Endless playthrough at a future date and time. And thanks for watching Plants vs. Zombies. This was a lot of fun. a nice game to go through again, and hope you guys enjoyed it. So I will see you guys next time for my next project. Later, folks.